Hello everybody and welcome to Secret of Mana Randomizer Weekly Seed number 178. Got a matchup today between Black Sliver and Leoned. Let's see what our settings are once everything gets underway. We are starting with a girl, and we are starting with the Flammie drum. We have a Mana Tree Revival, and we need a random number of seeds. We won't know how many seeds we need until we get to the end of the Pure Lands to speak to the Mana Tree. Starting with the whip. Okay, so we have some interesting access to start with. And our runners are taking off. Let's see what else we got going on. We have hard complexity. We have, starting with the Flammie drum, see that. Swap bosses with random boss elements. Oops, all random enemy. We don't know what that enemy is quite yet. We will see that in just a second. Shade is in a forgotten land. What is our opening chest here? A ton of money. All right, nice. There's one ally, and we know that now it is the Sprite, which we were going to find at level 1. The boy does not exist. What is our one enemy that we are seeing? Oops, all owls? Oh, no! It was oops, all random enemies. I think they were like... I want to say it was a random enemy. The axe is in a forgotten land as well. Oh my gosh, this is going to be awful. So yeah, we are... Oops, all owls with the girl and the Sprite. Chest drop frequency is the highest. Chest trap frequency is also high. Here's another hint. We need Sylpha to get in the Grand Palace, or through it. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that. Weapons are random. Shops are vanilla. Hints are enabled. That's about it. Okay, so Light Seed is mid-game. We're getting that hint there. So yeah, starting with the whip. Oops, all owls. The boy... will not exist, since we know that only one other ally exists that we're finding at level 1, and we got a hint for Shade. Sea Hairtail is mid-game. Leoned coming to the lighthouse to talk to Picard. Undine is in an early game area, and Picard has given us nothing! You'll get nothing and you'll like it. Oh man, so random number of seeds, we need a cutting weapon. We know that the axe is in a forgotten land, which should be the undersea continent. Both characters now coming to the upper lands to get the 2 checks out of the Moogle village. The owls in their natural habitat, bullying our runners. Leoned, death happening off-screen behind a tree. Sliver also getting bullied and getting crit. Oh my gosh, and both of them getting taken down. All right, and resets. Cool, we're going to be seeing this a lot in this seed. This is garbage. I don't know, the owl AI is just awful. It casts some silence, and then... you know, they just bump into you. There's no attack animation. They just bump into you, deal damage, and they aggro for such a long time. It's not like they run at you and attack you once and then run off. All right, Leoned makes it there. Sliver, oh my gosh, finds some armor that he can buy. Leoned is picking up a glove orb and a double glove orb. Okay, so Sliver, starting off with that extra money, is going to be able to come here and get a full kit for the girl, which is awesome. Get a wolf band, get fancy overalls, get a quill cap. So hopefully these owls will not be a bother for him for quite some time. Leoned skipping over Matango and coming to the Empire. Southtown, talk to Mara. What do we got from Mara? It's a javelin orb. Sliver... still in Matango is going to check out the freebie here while Leoned takes to the sky. Another 1,400 bucks. All right, so a lot of handouts going on early game, which is very helpful. Sliver could go ahead and buy some armor for when he bumps into the Sprite, but I think he's just going to save it for the time being. Leoned now coming to Ice Country. Going to get a hint from Rudolph. Lumina needed for Grand Palace. Rudolph, get your... Get out of the... I love how Leoned stopped and stared. There we go, finally. Get off the front porch. I need to get in to get this boomerang orb. It's imperative. This is going to be the secret to my success. All right, Sliver has now come back to the upper land area, and will get confused, but will not get bullied by the owls now, which is nice. And we'll be picking up 2 glove orbs. We could just mark that for him. All right, Leoned coming to Kakara with that cash money. And we'll see what is purchasable here. Oh, right. Shops are vanilla. Right. So he's going to go ahead and get chest guard. Or maybe not. He's thinking about it. Yeah, chest guard and got a raccoon cap. Right. Shops are vanilla. Forgot about that at the beginning of this. So Leoned also has some good armor as well. Is missing an accessory. Not a big deal right now. Sliver now coming to the Empire to Southtown to talk to Mara. Should be receiving a javelin orb from her. And now Leoned is coming over to Matango. We'll be picking up this chest here. Another 1,400 gold for him. So yeah, horrible enemies to deal with. But thank goodness, starting off with a lot of money, go ahead and kind of make this early game a lot more palatable, being able to purchase armor. And knowing, like if you know the vanilla game, knowing where affordable armor is. So yes, you will be silenced. Yes, you will be pushed around a little bit. But dodging is better than dying. So Sliver is now in the Northtown Ruins area. Leoned coming to the west side of the world to go to the Turtle Island vendor and gets a bow orb for free. There's a whip orb. All right, so we have an orb for the one weapon that we started with. Sliver getting the triple silent treatment from these owls is just trying to get through the door. I don't know, at this point, it's just like, it's a lost cause. Just menu and use the magic rope. I don't know. Oh my gosh, he's getting so bullied. Lucky he's not taking damage. Finally, the owls back off. I need to time how long they aggro. It's insane. It's like 12 seconds. It's an incredible length of time. Sliver's just trying to get through. He's just trying to live his life. Leoned has landed at Taznica and is on his way to the Dark Stalker. And I wonder what the Dark Stalker will be this time. Oh, wow, it's a Nemesis Owl. Gets exploded and gets a little bit of cash for his troubles. And the king, do you have a good hint? Northtown Ruins for Dryad Magic. Not too shabby. I don't know if Wall will be utilized, but once the Sprite gets found... Oh my gosh, Sliver trying to... getting stuck in the doorway, but with the... Oh, there's... All right, there it is. There's Dryad Magic. Yeah, once the Sprite is found, being able to cast Burst will be nice. Leoned now coming to Mandala to check out all of these hints, and may climb to the top of the mountain as well to talk to Jock and Jack. We'll see. Those are also hints up there. Sliver continuing his trek through the Empire. Fire Palace final is Lumina. Oh, Mech 3. Luna. Oh, gross. Oh, it sucks so bad. And obviously you don't need Luna for the Grand Palace. Oh, well, that's gross. Earthseed is late game. At least, hey, you know what? Those two things. Sylvan Magic is in a town. Need Dryad. Okay, well, at least... Okay, so Lumina and Luna hopefully will not be needed to crack open any orbs to get to seeds. It's nice to know that those two checks are kind of dead. It sucks that those drops, those magic elements are there, but they're not seeds. So it's not needed to complete the game yet. Sword Orb and Silence. And Sliver's getting pushed back in a corner. These stupid owls. He's trying desperately to just move forward. Luckily he's not taking damage. Leoned coming to Guy's Navel. A Spear Orb. Wow. Sliver really struggled for that Spear Orb. Totally worth it. Yeah, it's a crazy amount of time how long these owls aggro. Oh my gosh. Sliver's now in a backflip loop. He's just trying to get through. Leoned on his way through the front entrance of Guy's Navel, the underground area, to get to the magic rope check. And Sliver now going into the dungeon to get this last freebie here in Northtown Castle. There's a Javelin Orb. And in the pit, what do we have? In the pit, it is a Boomerang Orb. Okay. So Leoned's got 3 more freebies to check here and also gather some information. Could start some boss fights. Could also, oh no, Sliver has the Whip Orb, could level that up. It is a Sword Orb for free from Watts. And Sliver now coming to the Ice Country. Got a couple of freebies to get here. Really has Ice Palace in logic right now. Leoned coming in to buy. Has the money for Power Risk. Gonna go ahead and get a couple, or one of those, yeah. So, yeah, Lumina is at Fire Palace, is the Fire Final, and is also required to get through the Grand Palace, and at the end of the Grand Palace, you get Lumina, Luna, so hopefully Luna, you know what, hopefully neither of them are necessary, but hopefully Luna's not necessary, because then you have to do all of Fire Palace in order to get to Mech 3. Alright, Leoned is showing us our first boss fight up against the Gorgon Bull here at the Kilroy fight down in the pit of Dwarf Village, and Sliver has climbed to the top and is going to get his big ol' nothing from Picard. And Sliver now coming to the mountains is trying to land in front of Dark Palace. Let's see what his game plan is. Oh, no, he doesn't want to land there. I think he wants to land in Mandala. Just saw the green space in the mountains and went, here's where I want to be. Leoned knocked unconscious. Yeah, there we go. Sliver's just picking up these hints here. These horrible garbage hints. Alright, Leoned takes down our first boss. We'll see if the reward is worth it. I don't think he made a hard save, so he may be... I don't think he can save scum this. Need Dryad, so Black Sliver gets that. Already has Dryad. What are our drops here for Leoned? Axe Orb and a Glove Orb. Yeah, not needed. Luna, Sliver, is going to put that down. But that's because of where Luna currently is. Mech Rider 3, Luna! You can't... Okay, so I can kind of see the way that I have my setup right now. Leoned starting his fight against a very white... Tropicalo or possible Boreal Face. The way I have my setup right now is I have the screen that you're seeing right now. I have the timer, everything like that, but slightly underneath, like behind, I have the 2 VODs. And they stick out a little bit to the left and the right of the main screen that I'm looking at right now. And I can see part of Black Sliver's face cam to the left of my the main watch area, I guess. And when he saw that Luna wasn't needed, and then immediately after that Mech 3 was Luna, he just like bit it. He just like closed his eyes and was just like, no, please. Oh well. Just getting those 2 pieces of information back to back, he was just, oh, okay, well, neat. All right, Sliver has come to Taznica, takes out the Darkstalker, gets 600 gold. Leoned in his fight now, we're still against this Boreal Face. Yeah. Sliver exit stage right. I'm trying to remember. I was in theater in high school. Stage right is if you're on stage and you look at the audience. So yeah, that would have been stage right. He moved to the left from our perspective, but it's stage right. Ah, who cares? Now he's on his way to pick up the freebie from the Turtle Island vendor. Leoned still slapping around this albino plant. Really ashed out a bow orb for Black Sliver. All right. Tropical or Boreal Face goes down. Leoned did make a save at the inn before this fight, so he may save scum this. We'll see what the drops are. I don't think Leoned has checked the orb for the Underground Palace. Sliver, hovering, descending into Guy's Navel as well. So let's see if this is worth a while. Glove orb, water seed, yes, and a bow orb. And Leoned's just going to leave. I don't think he checked the orb. No, I'm looking at his tracker right now on his on the VOD, and I don't see it. Sliver! Sliver! Ah! Get out of there! These 3 owls, they can't hurt him, but they can just waste his time. Leoned getting that water seed, immediately coming to the Water Palace area, and now has 2 bosses that he can fight back to back. So what do we have at the Jabberwocky? It is a cool-looking mantis ant. It's a Lumina. It's a light mantis ant. There's a javelin orb for Sliver at the magic rope. Check. Leoned not dealing a whole... The Antismant. I just noticed that the joke name that Mobbleton put in there. Oh, there's a good crit. All right, Sliver coming down into the Dwarf Village, picks up the Sword Orb, and is going to go ahead and level up the Whip. He's going to check to see what it is first. High damage range. Yeah, get out of here. That's what's going on. High damage range adds con. Nah. Give me anything else in the world than high damage range. Con, chance to confuse. Okay, so just the damage has gone up because you've leveled it up, and adds con. But it is at least a stable amount of damage. Reliable damage range that you can deal with. All right, here's our first glimpse at the orb in Earth Palace. It is Gnome. There's a glove orb, and Sliver is now descending into the ship. Leoned has taken out the Antismant, if you will. And Sliver, it looks like he's just going to full send it back to this first boss as well. That's what Leoned did. Here's a bow orb. And what do we get from Luca? It is $1,000 and a boomerang orb. So 2 boomerang orb, or no, there's a bow and a boomerang orb, I think, and $1,000. And that's it. Leoned is not going to fight whatever boss is in Undine Cave. Sliver gets moogled. So this is that's one thing with this boss, the Gorgon Bull doesn't have any colorization. He's like monochromatic, so you can't tell from looking at him what element he is when random boss elements are engaged. You just have to kind of wait to see what damage, what does high damage or low damage to him, or what he actually casts. Leoned has now come to Northtown, and is headed up into the castle. So yeah, we've got some moon magic going on with our Gorgon Bull. Or should I say moon magic? No, probably shouldn't. But I did it! So you'll have to live with that as well. Alright, Leoned getting tackled. 3-point pincer attack. Up, push into the corner. Getting crit. I love how he got crit for nothing. Sliver, gets some magic stolen from him. Boo! There's a spear orb and a sword orb for these first 2 chests for Leoned. And he's trying desperately to rope out. He just wants to cast magic rope. Alright. And now he's going to be diving down. Sliver casts wall on himself. And then takes out the Gorgon Bull. So this check is not an important check. Leoned is done. He has had it with these motherfucking owls in his motherfucking way. He's just slapping them all down. Alright, we get an axe orb and a glove orb. Sliver's going to have to just take that. And now he's going to fight the Tropicalo. Once again, not save scumming. He's just going. There was some sort of orb there. Let's see. It looked like a boomerang orb. Alright, Leonid has cleared the freebies in Northtown Castle, probably about to head to Northtown Ruins. Yep, that is the next thing. And Sliver has started his fight against the Boreal Face. And this will give him his first seed, the Water Seed. We already saw Leonid do this fight earlier. So we need a cutting weapon. We know that the axe is in a Forgotten Land. So it may be that the axe is like maybe the axe is accessible right now. That it is the chest on the upper floors of the Grand Palace. Or it could be a boss. Or the other thing is it's one of the 3 bosses on the top floor. You may have to turn in the Dryad Seed, or it may be at Hexus, or it may be at Watermelon, whatever. Leonid getting stuffed in a corner by these owls. Ah! Panicked! And then they get tuckered out. They're like, we flapped at him so hard. I just need a break. It's like, he didn't have to flap at me so hard. Yeah, Leonid is just killing everything right now. Get out of here. All right, so we have high chest trap frequency, but also high chest trap frequency. So Leonid may be picking up something useful. No, he's just getting taking damage. All right, Sliver takes down the Boreal Face here. And we'll be picking up a Water Seed and a couple of weapon orbs. Leonid makes it through the door. He's got a couple more hallways to get through before getting the left side balcony chest here. But he's stuck in a corner. Okay, Glove Orb, the Water Seed, Bow Orb. All right. And I believe that is everything that can be done right now. Yeah. And Sliver's out of here. Leonid is just so... I mean, look, at least they're not dying. They were able to, get money and therefore get armor and survive all this. But man, is this just frustrating. Dryad Magic, yay! All right, now we're kind of even. Sliver is hoofing it spiraling up out of the center of Gaia's navel for some reason. Not flying away. It's a choice. Leonid, hovering above the Northtown Ruins, is deciding what he wants to do next. And has come back where? He's ready to go through Pandora. Sliver is just trying to read the sign and talk to this old man. He's just getting so stopped. No, and he doesn't even get any information from this. All right, Leonid is running through the Pandora Ruins right now on his way to Wallface to unlock all of the treasury checks. Sliver is going to get this hint here outside of Kippo Village. Boomerang's in a tower. Neat. I mean, it's another weapon, but it's not a required weapon. Uh-oh. Leonid got up an owl just long enough for his buddy to come down from the top of the screen and push him. Alright, Sliver has also now landed in Pandora. So we'll see both of our runners headed towards Wallface at the same time. Oh my gosh, Leonid. Oh, and just as he was about to get out, the second owl rushes in and stops him. Sliver is also just trying to get up out of the corner, trying to just make it through a door. just make it through a door. You walk into a room and you have like 3/4 of a second of freedom of movement before the owls descend. Leoned has almost made it through. I think this is his last. He just needs to get down these stairs. He needs to get... Excuse me! Excuse me! Sliver's on his way through the hallway. I think this is the first winding hallway. Alright. Yeah. So Sliver's almost through the first hallway. Leoned has now made it to the boss. And now Sliver's halfway through. Let's see, what boss do we have here at Wallface? Oh, the screen's shaking. No, my bad. The screen was not shaking. I thought that was watermelon. We have some sort of dragon. I don't know what is... So it is a snow dragon, but its coloring may give it away. I think that, I mean, honestly, looking at that coloring, the green under wing and belly, I assume it's Dryad. Now, with it being a snow dragon, the breath weapon doesn't change because it's a physical attack, so it's going to still have freeze breath. Sliver is still trying to push through these owls. Finally, they let him pass. All right, and Sliver is about to start his descent into the pit to start his fight against the dragon as well. So all of our runners, all two of them, both of our runners have the information about the Grand Palace checks, about the Fire Palace final check. Both of them have 1 seed so far. And that's about it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, Sliver gets moogled. Neat. He's got medical herb to get rid of it. So the underside, this is a moon dragon. Moon snow dragon. Good crit there from Leoned. It's nice to get some extra damage there, since he still has the level 1 whip, the high damage range. While Sliver has a level 2 whip, and is just going to do reliable, steady damage. Not going to be as likely to get crits. Leoned finishes his fight with the dragon, so we'll see what the rewards are from him first, and Sliver will be moving on to do the same thing. There's a bow orb and a glove orb. So nothing from the boss itself. We're about to get 7 more checks from the girl and the treasury room. This dragon for Sliver is just being a booty. He's having trouble timing and lining stuff up. Alright, Leoned is going to talk to himself and get 200 bucks. Thanks. And let's see what these 6 checks are in the treasury room. First and foremost, a boomerang orb, a spear orb, an axe orb, the spear, a whip orb, and 800 bucks. So absolutely dick all in these checks. I mean, another whip orb, neat. A spear, which we have a couple of orbs for. No magic, no seeds, no character. Not even like Midge Mallet or Gold Key or Moogle Belt. Just a bunch of trash. And we didn't pick up the sword either. No cutting weapon. So, alright. Sliver gets healed. Did the dragon also get healed from that, though? Was that like an everybody heal? Man, this fight is just no pun intended. It's dragging on. I didn't mean for it. I swear. I was just being a goober. Oh yeah, he's healing himself too. Oh my gosh, I wonder how much health he's healing for right there. Hopefully he'll run out of magic soon. Both times that he's done it, the numbers have been off screen for the dragon, so I didn't see how much he healed himself for when he did that. It was nice of him to heal Sliver as well, but it's not that big a deal. So yeah, Sliver is just kind of locked into this fight right now. Which unfortunately we saw, since Leoned has completed it, that it's not going to lead to anything. You're going to get the spear. That doesn't unlock anything. Leoned, what are you doing? What are you doing? What? This is wild. Alright, so Forgotten Land, actually, I'm trying to remember what the hints are. Forgotten Land, I guess, is the Pure Lands. And not the Undersea Continent. I guess that's something else. It's like a strange place or something. Ooh, we have a fire spear from Leoned. You can't... Can you get around this screen? There it is. Around the top. So yeah, Forgotten Land, I guess, is the Pure Lands. I was thinking that it was the Sunken Continent. Alright, so here's our first boss fight in the Pure Lands. It is Kettlekin, or possibly Kilroy. And I guess with him being that bright, it's going to be Lumina. So Leoned's dealing some good damage. This is a boss that he doesn't really have to worry about. Sliver's still doing his stuff. Good luck, buddy. He's still fighting this stupid moon snow dragon. Oh, no. Alright, boss number 1 in the Pure Lands goes down for Leoned. Let's see what our drops are for Leoned. We have a whip orb, nice, an orb for a weapon that we have, and a glove orb. Okay, 1 boss down, 5 to go. Although only 2 others that he can do right now. Sliver's still chipping away at this dragon. Looks like that it's out of magic. It's just using magic, like, spell-like abilities. Okay, we have the watermelon here. It's a dark watermelon, shade watermelon. Repelled the magic. Oh, no, it's Undine. Okay, it's going to cast Ice Saber on itself. Yeah, so Leoned's wall is repelling the magic. Oh, and it's done repelling the magic. He's not going to take much damage from this, though. He's got good defense. And the girl also has pretty high wisdom, which is good magic defense as well. Sliver has been in this fight now for like 4 minutes. It's no fun. Absolutely zero fun to see this go down like this way. Alright, as the watermelon is wont to do, it is just spamming spells until it runs out of mana, and it has a pretty big mana pool. So it's healing itself, and it's casting Acid Rain, and it's not doing much else. The Energy Absorb isn't going to absorb 1 damage. So Leoned is pretty safe. Well, the other thing is, though, he has had Ice Saber cast on himself. There it is, and now the magic fades. So luckily he has a Fire Spear, which is going to do extra damage, but you just got to make sure that he doesn't get... Ice Saber cast on him again. Sliver's Dragon was not out of mana, just cast Lunar Boost on itself. Okay, that looks like it tried to cast magic and it was out. The way that it moved its head right there and didn't use a spell-like ability. Alright, there's a Tail Strike. Oh, just out of range of that whip from Sliver. Leoned, I think that the watermelon is now out of mana, so now he's just slapping away at it. Sliver's trying to line up his hit. Gets it. Alright, watermelon goes down for Leoned. Sliver is just needs to just keep dealing damage. Oh, this is such a frustrating fight to watch. Alright, let's see what we get for Leoned's second fight here in the Pure Lands. A bow orb and the gold key. Oh boy. That's a freebie check and a boss to fight. Finally, Sliver. Oh my gosh. Buddy, what a rough fight. It took like 6 minutes, but he got through it. He's not going to get anything special from it, unfortunately. He's going to get the spear, which I guess for Leoned, we just saw that was good to have for, you know, leveling it up and getting a fire spear. There is a bow orb and a glove orb. And yeah, Sliver's not going to be getting anything else exciting. Leoned on his way to his third boss fight here in the Pure Lands. Alright, boss number 3 is the normal Minotaur. Sliver shows us the Pokemon of the day is Cedra. And we have Fire. Ooh, Minotaur, which is normally in the Fire Palace. Or no. Yeah, the Minotaur's normally in the Fire Palace, but is an Earth boss with a weakness to Sylphid. But here, yeah, I can see it has a slightly more red tint to it. Here, actually thematic, and is a fiery Minotaur, which is unfortunate because Leoned has a fire spear. Single-digit damage. Neat. Cool. Thanks. All right, Sliver, here you go. Your wonderful reward: a whip orb, $800, an axe orb, a spear orb, a boomerang orb, and the spear. Bunch of nothing. Leoned is sticking with using this fire spear against the against the fiery bull, against the red bull. There it is. I was gonna get to it. I was gonna find the path. Sliver coming to Matango, I guess, to shop and level up weapons. There we go. Leoned is now switched over to the other whip. Unfortunately, it is high damage range, so it's not going to fare much better until he gets lucky and gets a crit. Oh, repel the magic. The bull sets himself on fire. Go ahead and just, yeah, you got money pouring out your ears, Sliver. Just level everything up. Level up the whip, too. Why would you not level up the whip, too? He's going to check out to see what this thing is. Yeah, there it is, the fire spear. Speaking of fire, Leoned, engulfed. Alright, yeah, he is going to level up the whip. Why would you not? What else are you using that money for? You saving it for your 401k? Leoned's not in any type of trouble. He's just he's just being annoyed right now. Oh my gosh, he's getting flexed on by that jittery Minotaur trying to get up the steps. Yeah, he's just on fire. It's just annoying. He's not taking damage. Oh, okay, so there's that high damage range kicking in. Sliver. All right, so now we're about to see if the axe is quote-unquote at a forgotten land. Leoned is either going to get it right here from... Or I guess the sword is available and the spear could be on one of the latter 3 bosses in the Pure Lands, but the axe is either going to be here for Leoned or Sliver is going to stumble across it. Or you may need the Dryad Seed. I don't know. I'm just the narrator. I don't know anything. Narrator, commentator, whatever. All right, Leoned has the high ground, Minotaur. It's over. There he goes. He bursts into flames. Sliver getting bullied by these stupid owls. The owls are like, we were tired of being called nerds for our entire lives and being considered bookish. We're here to be bullies. Here it is, the axe orb and a sword orb. Yep. So the axe is either in the back half of the Pure Lands, and you need the sword to get there, or it is actually in the The Sunken Continent. There it is! There's the axe. Alright, yeah, the axe was blocked by the whip that you start with, so it was just available from the start. Sliver now has the ability to get to the end of Pure Lands. Technically. Now he has to actually, like, make it there. Leoned coming to the Ice Palace. Neither of our runners have been here to get the freebie check. Both of them starting with the whip means that you can go through this entire thing, fight both bosses. You can full clear it from the get-go. Oh, okay, Sliver has the axe and is coming now back to the mountains and is going to go through the Dark Palace to get these two freebies that are locked behind the axe. He's just trying to find as much power and damage as possible before sending it into the Pure Lands. I agree with this choice. Leoned picking up this freebie here. A boat orb, a bunch of nothing. Where's the good stuff? I'm looking at everything our runners have picked up. Where's the Sprite? Where are any of the weapons? We have 3 of the weapons. Where are any of the seeds? Where are any of the elementals? We have 1 seed and we have Dryad. And we've done a lot of checks. And it's all on that top row. It's all weapon orbs. Leoned is continuing in the Ice Palace. He's just going to go ahead and clear it. He also has that gold key from the, I guess it was the second boss? Was that from the watermelon? I think so. So that's a free check that he can go do. Well, if isn't the dark... Oh my god. Game. Stop. The dark seed inside of Dark Palace. Sliver is just going to go ahead and continue this whole thing. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Gross. Absolutely gross. Well, it's nice that Sliver has the axe and the whip, so he can just go ahead and beat the boss and turn in the seed. But that's a good joke. It's a good joke. All right, back into the Dark Palace. Get the chest behind the portcullis. Leoned just has to drop down the pit in this room to get to the triple Tonpole fight. Sliver, what do we have here in this chest? I don't know. He's silenced. He's confused. He's going in and out of... it's an axe orb. Sweet. Another orb for a weapon that we have. Leoned. Yo, you're in our domain now, the library. And Leoned just doesn't care. He's just gonna break all of these stupid owls. Set them all on fire. Hoot Flambe. Alright, dropping into the pit to fight our first boss here in Ice Palace, while Sliver is now in the back portion of the Dark Palace. We have a dark Metal Mantis, I believe. So this fight won't be too terribly bad. Armor's still holding out for both of our runners, which is nice. Leoned has quite a few more levels on Sliver. Alright, Sliver's made it to the back, and he's fighting a big old red jelly. Big old strawberry jam. Switching to the Fire Spear. I don't think that's a... Well, it's dealing... You know what? What do I know? It's dealing decent damage. Also, I guess the slime... The Lime Slime Vanilla has a weakness to fire. And the slime, I guess, also is coated strangely. But it's also casting shade. So, ketchup slime. So I think it's just a colorization for the slime and not an actual elemental change. So Sliver's almost whittled it down to nothing. And Leoned takes out the Dark Metal Mantis. So we'll see what our rewards are for both of these bosses in just a second. Yep, there goes the Lime Slime. Finally, it's the Sea Hare Tail. Alright, so Leoned has 2 fetch quests in his pocket right now, turning in the Sea Hare Tail and also cracking open the Gold Tower. Alright, Sliver is about to get his reward, turning in this Dark Seed. There's another Axe Orb. Awesome. Use that money to level up that axe. A Whip Orb and a Boat Orb. Okay. The other thing is that since we have a random number of seeds required, we don't know. They may be in go mode right now with 1 seed. Like, until you get to the end of the Pure Lands, you don't know. It is fully random. It's somewhere between 1 and 8. Don't know. All right, Leoned and these green Gygas, walling each other and trying to also sleep each other. It's pretty great. There's Burst, which Leoned throws back in his face for a whopping singular damage. Sliver landing back at Matango. Just go ahead and level up the axe. Just go ahead and send it to the moon. Level it all the way up. You don't have any other damage from any other source right now. He's looking through the shop, but this is a shop that he originally bought stuff from. It's vanilla shops, so if you want to upgrade something, go to the Empire, or go to Kakara or Ice Country or something like that. Neither of them have been to Fire Palace yet, too. Check what that is. That orb, that first orb may be Dryad. Nobody's checked it out. Sliver instead spending some money to level up his armor, which is fair, which is fine. But go ahead and level up the axe too. Alright, so Leoned is now in a little... Alright, it looks like the Gygas... Yeah, the Gygas is out of magic, so now it's just a matter of time. Leoned sitting a safe distance back, poking him repeatedly with that spear. Gygas should go down any second now. Sliver selling his old armor, not keeping anything for the potentiality of picking up the Sprite in the future. If the Sprite wanted armor, they should have been on time. Alright, Sliver is going to level up some weapons here while Leoned is done with the Ice Palace. Defeated the Gygas. Alright, yeah, level up that axe. Do it, you know what, you do you. Also, you're in the past. You can't even hear me. There's a Boomerang Orb and a Whip Orb. Wow. Bunch of nothing in the Ice Palace. We got an Int. Load Axe. Decent damage, though. Alright. But Sliver has the cutting weapon. That's the important thing. That Sliver has access to go through all of Pure Lands right now, even though there's like no damage involved. But here he is. Yeah, he's already in that corner of the world. So Sliver is coming for his first time to the Pure Lands with 2 seeds. Leoned has a bunch of money. And also has the Sea Hairtail, which he's going to turn in right now. Let's see what he gets with it. A seed! Oh my gosh. Okay, so that Sea Hairtail, was that at the first boss? Yeah. So that Sea Hairtail was, I think we got the hint that it was mid-game. That was at the Tripleton pole fight. And turning that in grants you the Wind Seed, which Leoned is immediately going to come to the Wind Palace to turn in. And Sliver is now getting into his first fight here in the Pure Lands up against Kilroy. Oh, we got a Tonpole fight here for Leoned. It is red right now, so I assume that is a Salamando first form. So Leoned's not going to be dealing a whole lot of damage with his Fire Spear that he has equipped. But then it'll evolve, and in the second form, considering it, since the game considers it a second enemy, we'll roll a new random element for the Pakun Lizard itself. Alright, Sliver takes down the first boss here in Pure Lands. And yeah, we have, I guess that is supposed to be Gnome. That is a stone lizard, which means that the Fire Spear is going to not necessarily deal extra damage, but just deal its normal damage. And yeah, those are much higher numbers that Leoned is putting out. Sliver gets a Whip Orb and a Glove Orb. and also is able to move on. Sliver getting stuck, getting beaten up in the bushes off screen. Finally pushes these owls down to the ground. And starts his second fight here in the Pure Lands against the Undine Watermelon, the Water Watermelon. Leoned gets a Stone Saber, casts on his spear, and decides not to switch weapons. He's just hanging on to it. So that is one thing. If an enemy casts a saber effect on your party that may be like, oh, well, I'm going to cast Stone Saber on you, and I am a stone enemy, and so therefore your weapons will deal less damage. If you have a saber enhancement, like magical enhancement, on a weapon that your character has equipped, if they switch to a weapon and switch back to that original weapon, the enhancement disappears. So that's what Leoned could do right now, is switch his current stone spear to the whip and then back to the spear. But he just perseveres instead and picks up a boomerang orb. Right? I think that's what it was. I marked it and then it fell out of my head. He's turning in the Wind Seed right now, though, so that's important. Let's see what we get. It is the Sprite! Oh, that's big. We still, well, I say that. We don't have any other. And the lights, oh my gosh, a seed for seed. And the Sprite looks like they have the glove. But still, there's no magic. At least now, Leoned has 3 seeds and has Dryad, has some attack magic that he has access to, and he's going to spend a little bit of time leveling it up right now. So, wow. Okay, so defeating the first boss in Ice Palace gives you the Sea Hairtail. You turn that in for the Wind Seed. You turn that in for the Sprite and the Light Seed. Crazy. And Leoned also has the gold key now. And could go turn that in. Could go climb the whole tower and turn everything in. Get both chests and get both rewards at the top for turning in the Light Seed. There is the Bow Orb and the gold key for Sliver. But that being said, we still have no clue how many seeds are necessary to complete the game. It may be as little as 2 or 3. So Sliver, may very well be in go mode, or there may be seeds at some of the later bosses in the Pure Lands that Leoned wasn't able to get to because he doesn't have the axe. We just don't know. But that progression, that trail is stupid. Although that being said, getting the axe to go into Dark Palace to find the Dark Seed, the key under the rug, as we call it, is just so stupid. All right. Leoned still leveling up some spells here, while Sliver now comes to fight the third boss, which is the Salamando Minotaur. And he's just kind of switching through weapons to see what does damage right now. There it is, and he gets there it is. He realizes now. Flame Saber, so we see Sliver switched from the axe to another weapon, back to the axe. And now the axe doesn't have Flame Saber on it, which means he's able to just deal its normal damage. Which is really put in the work. All right, the Minotaur is now in his second phase. He's even redder than he was before. Now he's not just a fire Minotaur, he's an angry Minotaur. Couple more hits. Oh, another crit. Sliver laying down the crits. All right, down goes the Minotaur, and Sliver will be able to advance to the back half of the Pure Lands, which Leoned was not able to do. Leoned having a little powwow real quick before running into glowing vibrant, like a radioactive green right now with both of those characters. There's an axe orb and a sword orb, and Sliver will continue. Leoned is taking a second to just check out some stuff. I don't know. Do not know what he's planning right now. Oh, he's thinking, oh, I need to equip stuff for the Sprite. It's not great, but it is something. I guess it's like, before I go in to this area where there are going to be enemies that are going to bully the Sprite. So now he's going to come down here and shop, or upgrade the weapons. All right, Sliver, boss number 4 is a dragon of some sort. It looks as though it is a shade dragon, but we don't know what kind of... So Sliver gets round 2 against a dragon with no magic. Awesome. Leoned leveling up some weapons and is now going into the gold tower. Has the key, has the light seed, can do this whole thing. Also has a Sprite that can dump out some damage. Just got... Oh my god. This is stupid. The Earth Seed is in the first chest here. So Sliver has access to that. Has the gold key. Alright, our first boss in the gold tower is a neon bird. What is this going on here? Oh my gosh, good damage there. So, I mean, that's huge damage. This must be a Luna. Must be a Moon Springbeak or Axebeak. Because that level 3 burst did a ton of damage. Sliver still fighting this dragon here in the cave. Alright. A boomerang orb and access to the next floor and next boss. Let's see what our next chest is in the gold tower for Leoned. It is a sword orb. And he's continuing on to the top. While Sliver takes down the 4th boss here, is done with the dragon. We have a very dark vampire up here. It looks to be a stone vampire. But Leoned's just going to, I mean, use the tool that he has, which is casting Burst. Alright, we have a javelin orb and no magic. Oh my gosh, for Sliver, that's great to find. He can cast auto run right now. He can also cast defense on himself if the defense that he currently has starts to fail, trying to get through these owls. Oh my gosh, there was a crit right there. He took 18 damage. God, get these owls out of here. All right, Leoned dealing some big damage with the weapon that he has right now. Oh, and now taking a little nap. Yeah, whatever that, oh, and now it's the Sprite's turn to, oh, this is the Sprite's turn to take a forever nap. Ow. But whatever this, glove that Leoned, has leveled up to is dealing some great damage against this vampire. And down he goes. All right. Vampire is down. Leoned has completed the gold tower. Sliver is definitely running through some of these corridors now in the Pure Lands and has made his way to the 5th boss. It's a snake. It's a light snake. It is, I guess, a luminous snake. Bow orb for Leoned, and now to turn in that light seed. The sword and the boomerang. All right, so those are the 2 things you can do. You can either take the whip that you start the game with and go to the upper floor of the Grand Palace and get the axe, or you can go to Ice Palace, beat the first boss, get the sea hair tail, turn it in to get the wind seed, turn that in to get the light seed, then go to Pure Lands, beat the second boss, get the gold key, go back to the gold tower, crack it open with the gold key, go all the way up to the top of the gold tower, and turn in the light seed to get the sword. Equal time commitments. Choose your own adventure. All right, Leoned buys some consumable items and is now in go mode as well. The difference being that he has 2 extra seeds and another character. Still no other elements that we found. I guess Sliver has found Gnome. Okay, so at our 1 hour mark, Sliver is on boss number 5 of the Pure Lands. Leoned is, I mean, it's one of those things that, like, you've been to Pure Lands, but it's all owls in front of you. So the trek through the first half of Pure Lands, even though you don't have to fight the bosses again, is going to be painful. Because, one, they're just going to be confusing you, and they're really aggressive, everything like that. But two, even if you have high armor and you're not taking damage from them, you're just getting bullied and stopped by them, and it's just annoying. Sliver wanting the snake to come out from hiding. Stop being inside of the trees. Lining up some good hits. All right, boss number 5 goes down for Sliver as Leoned gets through the first checkpoint. There's a sword orb and the Midge Mallet. Sliver's on his way to boss number 6 in the Pure Lands. And Leoned is about to get back to where he was originally, but now with a cutting weapon and the Sprite and 2 additional seeds. So probably we'll be catching up to Sliver pretty quickly. Just has to keep the Sprite alive. Oh my gosh, the Lich shows up here so much. When we've got, like, swapped and randomized enemies. This is like Lich's summer home, it feels like. Boss number 6 is the Lich and is... I don't know what this colorization is. Is this a Luna Lich? We'll see in just a second. Moonsaber, yep. So, Lunar Lich. And Leoned is now starting his fight against boss number 4. It is the Dark Dragon. Yeah, whatever this... oh my gosh, and the Sprite is taking damage. Whatever this glove is that Leoned has upgraded to is really putting out a lot of damage against these bosses. Oh my gosh, yeah, 66 attack power. All right, here comes the Dryad multicast. Here's a level 4 burst for Leoned. Pretty good damage, 208. Yeah, why not throw another one down? All right, Sliver's Lich trolls him, fades in and out, or out and back in, just so he can hit it. Oh my gosh, just so he can hit it twice, and then it phases back under the ground. Neat, cool. Thanks, buddy. You just gotta wait it out. Just gotta wait it out. Oh my gosh, the stupid long animation of the level 1 charge on the spear. Run forward, do a bunch of cool tricks, and then miss. There's a crit on the Dark Lich that Sliver gets. He does have Gnome, so he is able to get a few hits in at a time. Unfortunately, this Lich dodges out of the way again. He's just waiting for the head to pop out. All right, Leoned takes out the dragon. 4 bosses down, 2 to go. Here comes the Lich again on Sliver's screen, phasing back into reality. Sliver casting speed up again and is just trying to deal damage, just trying to keep him stay in this realm. Leoned gets the Javelin Orb and Gnome Magic. Is happy to see that, especially with the Sprite. So that is another magic that he's able to cast and level up. But also auto run. Oh no, Sliver got 1 magic stolen from him. Dang. Alright, there's a good crit. Leoned passed the last checkpoint. On his way to bosses 5 and 6. Uh-oh. Oh no! Ah! Sliver's Lich casts Moon Magic, and it healed him and Prim up to full health. Prim wasn't missing, I mean, the girl wasn't missing much damage, but, oh my gosh, it undid the entire fight for Sliver. Because the Lich healed himself for 999 damage. Uh-oh, Snake! Big time damage. Danger, danger, danger on Leoned's screen. Start casting. He doesn't have the armor to... Oh, yep, the Sprite's dead. Dishes out, I don't know what that was. It's like 360 damage or something like that on a single cast. Does he have a Cup of Wishes? He doesn't have enough magic to bring the Sprite back with Revivify. Nope. Okay, well, he does... Okay, so he doesn't have a Cup of Wishes, but he does have Fairy Walnuts. So he could cast Revive. Yeah, Revivifier. You just gotta keep this Sprite alive. Sliver poking this Lich in the face. Start casting. Start throwing stuff now. What is going on Sliver's screen? The head. Look, hey, you know what? Look. But he's not taking any damage. I mean, okay, now he is. He was only taking like 3 or 4 damage. Look, hey, you know what? If the Lich has glitched, dude, commit to it. Like, go ahead and lean into it, Sliver, because otherwise he's just gonna cast Moon Magic again and heal himself back up. So this is happening. This is a thing that's just going on our screen on the left side right now. Another 300 damage for Leoned. Uses a Fairy Walnut to get a couple more casts out on the Sprite. Sliver casting speed up so he can poke this moron in the face a little more frequently. But why is it only dealing 3 damage right now? I don't understand. There it is. There's a crit. Alright, the Snake goes down for Leoned. 5 bosses down. He's about to catch up to where Sliver is. Sword Orb. And the Midge Mallet. I mean, Sliver's where he is right now. Unfortunately, like, he's just dealing single-digit damage sometime, or 0. I guess he's using his best weapon right now. I don't know why he wouldn't switch to the axe. Was the axe not doing well? All right, both of our runners are in the same fight right now against the Moon Lich. Leoned is going to blow him up because Dryad Magic is extra effective against lunar enemies. So this could be a very quick fight. There's 999. We'll see if he casts Moon Magic or something like that. Uh-oh. Okay, well, Lena's just gotta kind of sit there with this. With the, his heroes unconscious. Sliver still dealing damage to the top half of the stupid head poking out of the ground. Leoned charging up a weapon attack. I guess he doesn't want to use another Fairy Walnut. Is he out of Fairy Walnuts? I didn't see. Alright, the Lich goes down for Leoned. Sliver's still poking away. At least he has it cheesed, but he's just not dealing... It's weird that it's dealing such little damage. That it's dealing single-digit damage sometime. Alright, what do we get? A Boomerang Orb. And the Bow. Alright, the Lich goes down for Sliver as well. He'll be getting a Boomerang Orb. And a Bow. But the problem is that Leoned has 4 seeds. And Sliver only has 2. But we don't know what is necessary. Maybe it'll say come back with 8 seeds and we'll see a much longer match. I don't know. All right, here comes the cutscene for Leoned, and Sliver is starting his right now. All right, what is our text? Oh, Leoned's done. Neat, you did the thing. All right, well, there you have it. And Leoned is done with a time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, 6 seconds. GG's. Sliver, do you have to go back out in the world? Do you need 3 or 4 seeds? Only 4 seeds. Wow. All right, Sliver, what are you getting? All right, so you needed 1 or 2 seeds to beat this seed? This is stupid. Sliver, oh, what was this seed? What happened? What is even going on? Sliver finishes not even 30 seconds later, even though he'd been in Pure Lands forever, just because he had a stupid long fight against the friggin' Moon Lich that healed himself back up to full health, and Leoned came in with the Sprite and had Dryad and was able to just blow him out of the water immediately. Neat. This seed was stupid. Yeah, Leoned taking the, you know, the key and the, well, first of all, going through the first half of the Pure Lands and going, oh, well, the axe wasn't here. Neither was the sword. I'm out of here. Goes back to Ice Palace, clears Ice Palace, but picks up the string, the chain is insane. Killing the Triple Tonpole boss to get, the Sea Hairtail, turning that in for the Wind Seed, turning that in for the Sprite and the Light Seed, turning in the Light Seed for the sword to put him in go mode. And Sliver getting the axe from where I thought it was going to be. Like, it couldn't be in the Undersea Continent, so it was either, and it couldn't be at Mech 3, so that means it's either at Hexus. The axe is either at Hexus, is at the Dryad pedestal, and you need the Dryad seed to turn it in, or it's at the chest on the upper floor of the Grand Palace, which is where it was, and you could get that immediately since you started with the whip. So Sliver grabs that and is like, cool, I have a cutting weapon, I'm going to the end of the game. Leoned took this really roundabout way to get the sword, but picks up an ally, picks up the Sprite along the way, and is able to just and 2 more seeds, and able to blow everything up. Sliver takes that axe, picks up the Dark Seed in Dark Palace. Neat. This seed was whack. Oh my gosh. Well, that certainly was a thing. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this insanity. And that you needed 1 or 2 seeds to complete the run. Neat. That is it for me. Thank you for listening to the commentary and watching the runs. GG's to both Sliver and Leoned for getting through. If you would like to play the Secret Mono Randomizer yourself, there's a link below in the description of the video to the site where you can download the randomizer program. There's also a link to the Secret of Mono Randomizer Discord, the community, if you want to run the weekly seed yourself, or if you just have any questions about setups, or if you have any questions about strategies and everything like that. There's a very knowledgeable community, very friendly community there. Come in, say hey, ask some questions, get started on stuff, and enjoy. If you should, not if, go do this now. Black Sliver, Leoned91, I have links to their channels below. Go give them follows and likes and everything like that. Support them. Thank you to both of them as well from me for letting me rebroadcast both of their VODs here to make this kind of mock race commentary. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. And that's it for me. Thank you, the audience, once again, for tuning in and listening to the commentary. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.